Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for October 5, 2022, the Anything to Avoid a Deposition edition. And we begin with that story from the Wall Street Journal, which reports that Elon Musk has offered to buy Tesla for its full price that he previously offered, $44 billion. The reason? He has a 2-day deposition coming up this week. He really does not want to be deposed. When you agree to completely cave in a lawsuit and give the plaintiff everything they want simply because you don't want to be deposed, that's called being afraid of being deposed. Next up, from the Mint, Live Mint, a first-time contributor to the Daily Compliance News, a very interesting article entitled "The Oracle FCPA Enforcement Action Shows India's Anti-Corruption Laws Are, quote, a paper tiger," end quote. Of course, given the corruption in India, really no surprise. Nevertheless, when it comes to fighting corruption, the Mint notes that there's really no way to deter corruption in India with punishment, and that foreign regulators such as the United States Securities and Exchange Commission are the ones to do so. So lots of internal criticism of India for once again doing nothing regarding the Oracle corruption. Of course, it's the second time that Oracle's had an FCPA violation in India. Next up, in fairly prominent news, Kim Kardashian was fined $1.26 million by the SEC earlier this week, and it was made a very big deal by Gary Gensler, who announced the settlement on social media, even posting an influencer-styled video warning the public about crypto schemes. But the case wasn't as clear-cut as the SEC made it out. Kardashian got into trouble for sharing a promotional message about Ethereum Max, an obscure crypto token. But the thing is, she noted that this was a paid endorsement, which was an FTC-endorsed indication on the ad itself. The SEC complained that she left out when and how much she got paid, which is $250,000. So I haven't been paid $250,000 to promote any compliance-related products, but I'm afraid now that may be over if this ruling is upheld. And finally, from foreign policy, the Biden administration's anti-corruption agenda announced December 2021 finds its first test case in Paraguay as it moves to try and slow down and then stop endemic corruption from that South American country. So a big test of the new ABC prevention and enforcement policy. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.